Hello students, I am Lalita S. Humraskar, Economics teacher, BYK College of Commerce welcomes you in online expert lecture series organized by BYK College of Commerce Nasik for class 12. Today I am going to discuss with you board paper format for the subject economics. Let us see the format of board paper. 80 marks for theory paper and 20 marks for internal exam. Theory paper will be conducted by the board. An internal exam which carries 20 marks that will be conducted by the college, and whatever marks you get in the internal exam that will be forwarded by the college to the board. Now let us see the paper format for theory paper. Total time 3 hours and total marks 80. Now let us see the instructions given at the beginning in the paper, in the question paper. Let us see these instructions one by one. Number 1 is all questions are compulsory. Number 2, figure to write indicate full marks. Third one is draw schedule or diagram wherever necessary. And number 4, answer to new question must be started on new page. So you have to follow all these instructions while writing your paper. Now let us see question number 1. Question number 1 is objective type question. So from the following types of sub questions, any 4 will be asked by the board. Okay, so total 8 types are given here. Each sub question carries 5 marks. So 5 into 4 is equal to 20 marks. So question number 1 carries 20 marks. So from the following types of sub question, any 4 will be asked. Let us see these different types one by one. Number 1 is choose the correct option for 5 marks. Number 2, complete the correlation for 5 marks. Number 3, give economic terms 5 marks. Number 4, find the odd word out 5 marks. Number 5, complete the following statements 5 marks. Number 6, choose the wrong pair 5 marks. Number 7, assertions and reasoning questions for 5 marks. And number 8, identify the right group of pairs from the given option for 5 marks. So from the following types of sub question, any 4 will be asked by the board. So question number 1 carries 20 marks. Now let us see these types one by one and how to write down the answer to objective type of question. So first type is choose the correct option. Here one statement is given, the branch of economics that deals with the allocation of resources, and 4 options are given: A, microeconomics, B, macroeconomics, C, econometrics, and D, none of these. And options are given here. You have to choose any one option, that is your answer. First option given here, A, B and C. A is also your answer, B is also your answer, and C is also your answer. Second option given here, A and B. A and B both are your answers. And number 3 they given only A. Only A is correct. And number 4 they given none of these. So what is the answer? The branch of economics that deals with the allocation of resources. All of you know there are 2 branches of economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. And you know the features of microeconomics and macroeconomics. So what is the answer here? Number 3, that is only A. Okay, so you have to write here number 3 only A. No need to write here format of the question. Now let us see the second objective type question, complete the correlation. Okay, so here they given demand curve downward sloping. Okay, now what about the supply curve? They put their dash here. So all of you know generally demand curve slopes downward from left to right. Okay, so what about the supply curve? Supply curve slopes upward from left to right. So you have to mention only upward sloping, that is your answer. Okay, so correct method to mention your answer is upward sloping. Now next objective type question is give economic terms. Okay, so here they given branch of economics that studies aggregate of facts. There are 2 branches of economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics means microscopic study of economic behavior of individual unit, and what is a macroeconomics means, that is study of aggregate. So branch of economics that studies aggregate of facts. Yes, what is your answer here? Macroeconomics. So mention only macroeconomics. Our next objective type question is find the odd word out. Okay, so here they given market structure on the basis of competition. All of you know what is market and how market is classified. So market is classified on the basis of period, on the basis of region, and on the basis of competition. So here they given market structure on the basis of competition. Monopoly they given, oligopoly they given, very short period market they given, and perfect competition is given. So monopoly is correct here, oligopoly is also correct, and perfect competition is also correct. Okay, so these three types of market are classified on the basis of competition. Then what is the odd word here? Odd word here, very short period market. So very short period market, that is classified on the basis of period. Okay, so odd word is here, you have to write here odd word. So answer is very short period market. No need to write here format of the question. Now next objective type question is complete the following statements, right? So here they given other factors remaining constant. When price falls, demand expands, so it shows dash. By keeping other factors constant, when price fall, demand expands, so it shows dash. Here four options they given: A, expansion of demand, B, contraction of demand, C, increase in demand, and D, decrease in demand. So what is your answer here? Expansion of demand. So mention only here answer, that is expansion of demand. Now next objective type question is assertions and reasoning question. What do you understand by assertion? Assertion means a confident and forceful statement of fact or belief, that is known as an assertion. And what is reasoning? Reasoning means the action of thinking about something in a logical, sensible way, that is known as a reasoning. Okay, so here assertion is given here, a change in quantity demanded of one commodity due to change in price of other commodity is cross elasticity. Okay, and in reasoning they given changes in consumers income leads to a change in quantity demanded. What is your first duty? You have to find out both are true or false. Okay, let us see the assertions. Assertion they given here, a change in quantity demanded of one commodity due to change in the price of other commodity is a cross elasticity. Yes, this is a right statement about the cross elasticity. And what they given in reasoning, changes in consumer income leads to a change in quantity demanded. This is also true statement. Okay, so assertion is also true and reasoning is also true. Okay, and what they given in option number 1, A is true but R is false. Assertion is true but reasoning is false. Okay, number 2 they given A is false but R is true. Okay, in number 3 they given both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. And number 4 they given both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. Now let us see the answer here. What is the answer here? Option number 4, both A and R are true. Yes, both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. Both are different here. Okay, so this is your answer. So you have to mention only answer here and don't mention your format of the question. Now let us see the second example of assertion and reasoning. What assertion they given here? Money market economizes use of cash. This is assertion. And what reasoning they given? Money market deals with financial instruments that are close substitutes of money. So let us see both are true or false. That you have to find out first. What they said in assertion, money market economizes use of cash. Yes, this is a true statement. And now let us see the reasoning. Money market deals with financial instruments that are close substitute of money. That is also true statement. Okay, now what they given in option? First option they given A is true but R is false. Number 2, A is false but R is true. Number 3 they given both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. And number 4 they given both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay, so both assertions and reasoning are true and R is the correct answer of the assertion A. So what is your answer here? Option number 3, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. So mention only here answer and no need to write the format of the question. Now next objective type question is identify the right group of pairs from the given option here. Here two columns are given, column A and column B. In column A they given number 1 DFHI, second one RBI, number 3 cooperative banks, and number 4 recurring deposit. And in B they given A Apex Bank, B 3-tier structure, C time deposit, and D 1988. Okay, and in options they given the right group of pair, only one option which indicate the right group of pair, and that you have to find out. Now let us see. In option A they given number 1 C DFHI C, that is time deposit, that is wrong. Number 2 RBI A, that is correct, but number 1 is wrong. Number 3 they given D, number 4 B. In B option they given number 1 B, number 2 C, number 3 A, number 4 D. Number C they given first one A, number second with B, number 3 with B, number 4 with C. And in D option they given number 1 with D, number 2 with A, number 3 with B, and number 4 with C. Okay, so what is the answer here? You have to mention only your answer. What is the right pair here? So right pair is option D. Number 1 is D, number 2 is A, number 3 is B, and number 4 is C. So only mention here answer, and no need to write here format of the question. Now next objective type question is choose the wrong pair. Okay, choose the wrong pair here. Okay, only one pair is there which is the wrong here. Okay, two columns are given, column A and column B. In column A they given A GDP, number B NDP, number C GNP, number D National Income Committee. And in B column they given how to calculate GDP, NDP, GNP, and in D they given National Income Committee, which was established in the year 1948. So which one is the wrong? GDP, you know how to calculate GDP. GDP is equal to C plus I plus G plus A into first bracket X minus B. Yes, it is a right formula to calculate GDP. How to calculate NDP? GDP minus depreciation, that is also right. How to calculate GNP? C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus in second bracket R minus B, that is also right. And number D they given National Income Committee. When National Income Committee was established, that was established in the year 1949. So which one is the wrong pair here? Answer is option. Here four options they given, 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. So what is your answer? Option 4, that is D. So no need to write here format of the question, mention only answer, that is a wrong pair. Now next question number 2A. Question number 1 is finished, that is objective type question. Now let us see second question, that is a question number 2A. Identify and explain the concept with the help of following illustration. Any 3 you have to attempt out of 5, total mark 6. So 2 marks for each correct answer, 1 mark for identifying concept, and 1 mark for explaining concept. Now let us see with the help of example. Here one illustration given. Sarah makes a monthly contribution to a fund jointly created by her friends. The collected fund is then given to a chosen member through lucky draw. You have to identify the concept with the help of illustration. So what is the concept here? Chit fund. Okay, so if you mention chit fund, immediately you will get here 1 mark, and 1 mark for explaining the chit fund. What is chit fund? Okay, so what is a chit fund? Chit fund is an unregulated non-bank financial intermediary as a part of unorganized sector of money market. So under chit funds, members make regular contribution to the fund. Bids or draws are made on the basis of a criteria mutually agreed upon the members. So accordingly, the collected fund is given to the chosen member. Chit fund mostly operate in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So you mention here explanation also. So immediately here also you will get 1 mark. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So 1 mark for identifying the concept and 1 mark for explaining the concept. Now let us see this next example. Tina deposited a lump sum amount of rupees 50,000 in the bank for a period of 1 year. So identify the concept here. So concept is here fixed deposit. That is the answer. Immediately you will get here 1 mark. Okay, and you have to write the explanation of the fixed deposit. What is fixed deposit? So fixed deposit is one of the type of deposit or account available with commercial bank. So fixed deposit refers to a lump sum amount deposited by a customer for a specified period of time. Compared to all other deposits or accounts, fixed deposit carry a high rate of interest. So for explanation also you will get 1 mark. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So in this question you have to identify the concept first and then write the explanation of the concept. So this is for 2 marks. Now let us see the question number 2b. Distinguish between any 3 you have to attempt, you have to solve. Out of 5, 2 options are there. Total marks for this question 6 marks. Okay. So 2 marks for each correct answer. 1 mark for writing definition or meaning and 1 mark for difference. Suppose you mention 5 points, 6 points, but your definition or meaning is absent. So you will get only 1 mark here. Okay, out of 2. So 1 mark for definition. So definition or meaning carries separate 1 mark and 1 mark for difference. And again important instruction for this question, if diagram is possible, draw here diagram. If schedule is possible, draw here schedule. Okay, so question number 2b, distinguish between any 3 out of 5, total marks 6, 2 marks for each correct answer. Now let us see next question. Question number 3. Answer the following question. Any 3 you have to solve. Out of 5, 2 options are there. Total marks 12. So 4 marks for each correct answer. Now let us see example. Suppose question is, what are features of microeconomics? Don't directly start your answer. Okay, first you have to write the meaning of microeconomics or definition you have to mention about microeconomics, and after that explain any 4 features with proper explanation. Okay, so 4 points you have to mention for 4 marks question. Okay, so meaning of microeconomics and explanation of any 4 features of microeconomics that you have to write here. Let us see next question. Explain law of demand. How to write down the answer for this question for 4 marks? Let us see. Number 1, you have to write the introduction first. Number 2, you have to write statement of the law. Number 3, you have to write schedule and its explanation. Number 4, you have to write diagram and its explanation. And number 5, you have to mention only the names of assumption. Okay, no need to write here explanation of assumptions here. Okay, then only you will get 4 out of 4. Okay, now let us see the next question. Question number 4, very important question here. State with reasons whether you agree or disagree with the following statements. Any 3 you have to solve. Out of 5, total marks 12. So 4 marks for each correct answer. Right? So 1 mark for writing agree or disagree and 3 marks for writing any 3 reasons. Okay. Now let us see the example. Suppose the statement is given here. Price is the only determinant of demand. Okay. What is your answer? Yes. There are many determinants of demand. Price is not only one determinant of demand. So immediately you have to write here, no, I do not agree with the above statement. Immediately you will get here 1 mark. Separate 1 mark for writing, yes, I do agree with the above statement, or no, I do not agree with the above statement. Okay. After that, how to write down the answer here for 3 marks? 3 marks are remain. 1 mark for agree or disagree. For that 3 marks for you have to write definition of demand and formula of demand. There are many determinants of demand. This statement also you have to write. After that you have to mention explanation of any 3 determinants which affects the demand including price. So you have to explain price also, and in addition to price factor you have to explain any 2 factor which affects demand. Okay. So 1 mark for writing agree or disagree and 3 marks for writing reasons. Now let us see the next example. Micro and macroeconomics are 2 different branches of economics. What is your answer here? Yes, I do agree with the above statement. Immediately you will get here 1 mark. Now for 3 marks, how to write down the answer, meaning of micro and macroeconomics, that you have to mention first, and after that you have to explain any 3 points of differences. Okay, then only you will get your 4 out of 4. Now let us see the next example. Every time point is not possible. Okay, let us see this statement. Law of DMU can be explained with the help of diagram and schedule. What is your answer? Yes, I do agree with the above statement. Immediately you will get here 1 mark. So your points are not possible. Is it possible to explain any 3 points? No. So what you have to write here? Statement of the law you have to write. Statement of the law of DMU. After that, schedule and its explanation. That is also important here. Diagram and its explanation. That is also important. And finally, you have to write only the names of assumptions of the law. Okay, then only you will get here 4 out of 4. So this is all about do you agree or disagree? Explain with reasons. Next here, again one example is given here. Let us see here also points not possible. Let us see the statement. If the total cost of production of 40 units of commodity is 800, okay, then average cost is rupees 30 per unit. Okay, so what is your answer? Your answer is no, I do not agree with the above statement. Immediately you will get here 1 mark here. After that you have to explain what is, you have to define what is total cost and average cost. You have to write the definition of total cost and average cost, and after that you have to write the formula of average cost and find out the answer. If you mention all these points, you will get 4 out of 4 here. Now let us see the next question. Question number 5. Study the following passage or schedule or diagram and answer the questions given below. So any 2 you have to solve. You have to attempt any 2 out of 3. So each passage, each schedule, each diagram carries 4 marks each. So total marks 8 for this question. So 4 marks for each passage, schedule, diagram. So the board will ask 2 marks question on the passage, on the schedule and on the diagram. Okay. Now next one is question number 6. Very important question. This is a essay type question. Answer in detail. Any two you have to solve out of 3. Total marks 16. Okay, so 8 marks for each correct answer. Let us see with the help of example here. First question is given. State and explain law of demand with its exceptions. So what you have to write? Okay, let us see first point, introduction always. Don't directly start your answer. Introduction. Don't write big paragraphs in introduction. Write important things only in the introduction. Number 2, you have to write statement of the law, right? Number 3, you have to draw schedule and its explanation. Number 4, diagram you have to draw with the help of schedule and write the explanation of the diagram. Number 5, you have to explain exceptions in detail, and number 6, you have to write only the names of assumptions. This much you have to write, then only marks possible to you. Now let us see the second question. State and explain law of demand with its assumptions. Okay, state and explain law of demand with its assumptions. Okay, so what you have to write in the answer? Number 1 is introduction. Don't write again big paragraph. Write only important things in the introduction. Number 2 is statement of the law. Number 3, schedule and its explanation. Number 4, diagram and its explanation. Number 5, you have to explain assumptions in detail. And number 6 is exceptions. You have to mention only the names of exceptions here. Now let us see the next question. Explain the steps involved in the construction of index number. Let us see how to write down the answer. Number 1 is introduction you have to write about index number. Number 2, definitions of index number you have to write. And number 3, explanation of all steps involved in the construction of index number that you have to explain in point number 3. Okay, then only marks possible here. This is how to write essay type question. Now let us see some important instructions for you. First instruction is you should know the deleted part of your syllabus due to pandemic COVID-19. Whatever part deleted by the board, that you have to know first. Okay, this is an important instruction to you. Next one is read textbook carefully. So read textbook, read each and every line given in the textbook. Solve text-based questions first. Okay, solve question paper as per board paper format within a given time limit. Next important instruction to you, practice to draw diagrams and schedules. Okay, solve more and more objective type question because they are application based, and follow important instruction given by the teachers. So you have to follow all these important instructions, then only success is yours. And students, all the best for you for your board exam. And finally, thank you for listening my video lecture.